Okay, and I'm going to want to leave through exit B, 66 Yuen, Wong Tai Sin Temple. So it's B3 to go to Wong Tai Sin Temple, which is this way. So the temple is literally as soon as you come out of the station. Coach exit is just by there, and the temple is just by here. Now, if you look around, it's right in the middle of all these skyscrapers all around. What an amazing place to have a temple. But I guess all these skyscrapers was built long after the temple was constructed here. So imagine back then, it was an amazing sight. Because the hills, the green hills that you see around most of Hong Kong, are just behind there. So this would have been just by itself, like an island. You even go up an escalator to get in. So this is it, Wong Tai Sin Temple. All the way along here, we've got statues with animal faces on them. I don't know the significance, if I'm honest, but there's lizards, cats, bulls, chickens, foxes, horses, serpents, and a few others I don't recognize. So I think I'm going to walk around the ground floor area here first before going inside the temple itself over there. So after you get your stick from the fortune telling thing, you come here and these people read your fortune. So let's go up into the main temple complex, shall we? So these are the fortune telling sticks. So basically you shake them gently, as you can see what's going on there. And the first one that falls out, you then take them to the fortune telling people at the back of the temple over there. And then they read your fortune. I guess this is free of charge to do this. I'm not sure if you need to pay the fortune teller or anything to read your fortune. Okay, I'm going to tell you a little story about this temple here. Back in the dark ages, when I was just a little boy, there used to be a TV show called Roland Rat Superstar. And we're talking a long time ago now, probably the early 1980s. On one of the episodes, he actually came to Hong Kong. And at the time, I thought it was really fascinating because even at such a young age, I had a love of travel back then. And I can remember specifically, he came here and burned some incense and did some fortune telling by shaking these sticks here, and then went to have his fortune read. And in the run up to this trip here, I tried to find where it was that he came to this temple. I do remember what it looked like, but I couldn't find any of the episodes on YouTube or anywhere online. So after searching for all the different temples I could find using TripAdvisor and just Googling, I've deducted that it's the Wong Tai Sin Temple, which is this one here. So that is probably the main reason why I'm here today. Remember that Roland Rat was once here at this temple, getting his fortune read and burning incense. The other thing I can remember about that episode is he actually went to the Peninsula Hotel for afternoon tea and met the actor that played Lao She in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. I don't recall what the actor's real name was, but I do remember it was the guy from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom at the time. And that has brought me to here, Wong Tai Sin Temple. A really random story, but to me, it reminds me of my youth. Anyway, let's keep looking around, shall we? So there's also a number of priests or monks, or I'm not sure what you call them, but they're quite distinctive. They've got red robes on and a little hat. Here's one of the guys now. So I don't think you can actually get into the actual temple yourself. It's all fenced off everywhere. So maybe that's restricted to just the monks or the priests that are here. And I can't see anybody in there either, so it must be just limited to the incense and the fortune telling. There's some chairs and tables here. People just writing stuff down in there, maybe wishing things. I don't know, I'll be honest, I don't know. There's no point making it up for the video. See how busy it is up here. Lots and lots of people. So this is where you pick up the fortune telling sticks from. So you pick up the fortune telling sticks in the containers there. There's a pen and pencil and some paper there to write things on. Here we go. And it's got instructions here how to seek your fortune. So if you want to read all that, so you read the bamboo container. Get a bamboo container with numbered sticks at the counter. Shake the container carefully to keep the shaking until the stick finally falls out on the ground. Keep the number, which is marked on the stick. Each number carries a fortune poem. Make sure you put the stick back in the container and return the container to the counter. You may get fortune poem prediction slip and detailed interpretation from the stalls outside the temple at your own expense. So you can do this for free and it'll get you a fortune poem. But then if you want a more detailed fortune, then you have to pay those guys over there. Yeah, I think this would be a bit hypocritical of me doing this as well, because this is obviously isn't my religion. So I'll be doing it for a bit of fun and games, but it doesn't really mean anything. If I'm honest, I don't really believe in fortune telling. I think things are just the way that they are. Literally, what will be, will be. So shaking that stick, reading a number and getting a poem, I don't think it will change what's going to happen in my life. Sorry if any of you guys believe all this. It's just my personal opinion. Feel free to believe whatever you want. So this is a room that you pay to go in. You then give your blessings to the statues, and that monk guy is just walking around with you. I'm not sure what it is. So to go in there, it's 100 or 500 Hong Kong dollars. So that was one of the monks or the priests, or I suppose to be a Taoist priest actually being here. So I've left that main part of the temple where all the incense burning is. I'm going to walk around and see a bit more of the place. It's actually quite a large complex. So you've got this huge golden wall all the way along here, fountain, another mini temple there. So that's where I've just come from, up there. That's the main temple. So this is one of the lower platform areas of Wong Tai Sin Temple. I've come down the steps now. There's a fountain just to my left and a gold wall all the way over to the right here. So if you see that, the gold wall with everything kind of on there. So you got some Taoist monk, you got, it looks like cormorant fishermen, animals, everything, worshipping here, that guy there. I think I'm going to spend about another 5 minutes here walking around Wong Tai Sin Temple. It is quite an extensive complex and there's lots of sub areas, not just the main temple where the majority of the people are, but all these little areas off to the side as well, with lots of mini temples, I guess you can call them, and little pagodas everywhere. Plan is, once I leave here, is go back onto the MTR, go a few stops, and then get off by the Kowloon Wall City Park. Okay, I'm gonna go through the Good Wish Garden up this hill here. Oh, this is bigger than I thought. I thought it'd just be a small little area, but it goes for quite a way down that way. So this is the Good Wish Garden. We've got more pagodas. It looks like there's a bit that's actually closed off again. So a lot of things seem to be under maintenance at the moment. Probably because it's off season, I guess, because it is winter technically, despite the temperature. You can kind of see this pagoda area here. Look down. So this is where I've come from. So that's Wong Tai Sin Temple down the hill over there. Let's go up to the top of the hill by here, have a look at this pagoda area, then go back into the temple complex, and then probably go. But it's quite breezy up here as well, and it's in the shade, which is very nice. We've got some koi in this pond here. Quite a lot of them as well, actually. Okay, that was Wong Tai Sin Temple. If you're in the area, I definitely recommend spending at least half an hour or an hour in there. It's quite an extensive complex, so there's plenty to see. And it's interesting just watching people praying with incense sticks, and especially those fortune-telling sticks. A bit different than what we've got back home.